Summer is finally here in southern Finland, just in time for me to go back to school in 1 week. Brown sugar sea salt iced latte, and let's talk about how my summer's been going. I can't believe it's already been 3 weeks of my summer vacation, and I really don't want to go back to school. It's not that I don't want to go back to learning Finnish. I really actually enjoy learning Finnish, and I feel like I have a lot of pride when I learn it, and I have so many like wins and like triumphant moments. But I am just not ready to be back in that school building every day. I do think returning to some kind of routine will be good for me, but it is so nice right now to be able to be so spontaneous. But I have 1 week left, so I'll try to continue to make the most of it. Because I've been doing this Build My Dream Life series, mostly on TikTok, but I've been trying to put the videos here as well, it's really easy for me to look back and know exactly what I've done every single day of my summer break. I feel like I started off my summer break really strong, saw friends a whole bunch, reached out to a bunch of brands who are helping me with my 10K giveaway on TikTok. I have so much PR, it's insane. I'm just like surrounded by, I have like a fortress of PR around me right here, which I was so excited to send to someone. And I actually have so much that I think I might do 2. I think I might send it to 2 followers, which I'm so excited about. And yeah, I think I almost burned myself out a little bit in that first week just by, you know, reaching out to brands constantly, filming so many videos, seeing my friends, being really social. And there are lots of things that I wanted to do this summer that I haven't quite been able to. I really wanted to go up to Tampere, which isn't happening. I wanted to go to Rauma, which isn't happening. I'm a little frustrated because usually during the year, there are buses from where I live to Rauma, and I would love to be able to just like hop on a bus one day, go, and I've been to Rauma Old Town before, but like explore a little bit, get a coffee, go to all the cute little gift shops there. But those buses are only during like the work year, I guess, not during summer vacation. So I will do that maybe on some weekend, maybe later in the year. Maybe I'll bring a friend along with me. I did get to go to Helsinki. That was super fun. I got to meet up with some of my TikTok mutuals, and we talked about all sorts of things, you know, our dream lives, living in Finland, our hobbies, what we want our lives to look like. We had some sparkling wine. We went to, I don't know the name of the first place, but it's like a little outdoor cafe. There's just like seats on the sidewalk, and it's so cute. And we had walked by it, my husband and I, last year when we were in Helsinki, and I was like, oh my God, that's so cute. But it like wasn't part of our itinerary at the time. And so I let my friends pick where we were going, and she picked that place without knowing that it's a place that I wanted to try so badly. So like that felt so serendipitous. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear my oven in the background. I'm slow roasting pork right now to make pulled pork. We also went to Pinocchio, which is an Italian wine bar, I believe. I don't know what kind of wine I had. There's no menu. I just kind of saw a bottle that looked nice and let me taste it, and it was delicious. It was like sparkly. It seemed kind of like a natural orange wine. I like any kind of sparkling wine, and that was delicious. I also got to try matcha crew for the first time. I'm not always the biggest matcha person, and I think I'm realizing that I enjoy like a hot matcha latte more than an iced matcha latte. But I did enjoy the strawberry cloud matcha, iced matcha that I got. One, it was just so pretty, but it was super refreshing, and it was really hot in Helsinki when I went. I did, however, get lightly hit by a car while leaving Matcha Crew, holding my little matcha drink. There's like a roundabout right by that Matcha Crew, and someone was like in the intersection, like in where like in the crosswalk, and they pulled out. So I started going because there was like no other cars coming, and then they all of a sudden whipped it back in reverse, and they lightly bumped me. And I just kept going because honestly, this is not the first time that I've been hit by a car lightly like that. Never in Helsinki before, but for some reason, like I have just gotten lightly backed into or tapped in crosswalks a lot in my life to the point where like anytime I'm out and about with my husband, he will like put an arm out at a crosswalk because he just knows that like I am apt to get in trouble in a crosswalk situation. I also went to a Greek restaurant to get coffees with one of my TikTok friends, and I got a Freddo cappuccino, which I have not had in years, and they are so good. Oh my God, I need to learn how to recreate them at home. But it's like a layered coffee drink, and I believe you can get them hot. I've only ever gotten them iced before. I used to get them when I lived in Cincinnati, And it was so fun because they would use a bucatini noodle as a straw. So like a piece of pasta, like a long, skinny, cylindrical noodle, and it would just, you would use it as a straw and then you would chomp it, eat it afterwards. And I always loved that. I also had my meeting in Helsinki. So the whole reason I went to Helsinki was that I had a meeting for this like secret project that I might be a part of next summer, but like my capacity in the project could either be really big or small, depending on some other factors. So it's very much in like the beginning stages, but I'm very excited. I'm just trying to like say yes to anything, any opportunity, because you never know like what it will bring, who you will meet, what other things can come from it. And it just sounds really fun. And I'll be out of my language school next summer, so I'll have a lot of free time. Okay, so let's see, I had the secret meeting. Then after that is when I went to the wine bars. And then after that, I hopped in an Uber and I looked at my Uber app. I have not been in an Uber since last May 2024, when I was in London taking an Uber from my friend's apartment to the airport to go to Finland. So I don't know, like that, just like, ooh. Hopped in an Uber and I went to my friend Katie's house. Katie is also an American who lives in Finland. She's from Texas. She's a Finnish husband as well, and she's pregnant with her first baby. She's so freaking cute and sweet. Oh my God, you guys. Follow her on TikTok and Instagram. And it was just nice to like be in someone's presence where we have such parallel lives. Like it literally felt like we've known each other for years, like so comfy. Like I miss her already. I wanna go and hang out with her again. I cannot wait to meet her baby boy and see what she names him. You guys know that I love to talk about baby names, across all the different apps. I love to talk about Finnish baby names that I like and dislike, or ones that I like, but they wouldn't work in the US and here's why, or American names that I like and dislike, or, ones that wouldn't work in Finland. I love all that kind of stuff because I just love having opinions on things. Let's see, so that was this past Thursday, and then Friday, just traveled back from Helsinki. I was so proud of myself because I took a train from Katie's house into the city center, and then I got over to Kamppi by myself, and then I took my 2 buses home, and it just makes me feel like so brave and independent. Like every time I unlock a feature of Finland, like I already knew that I could get to Helsinki and back by myself, but then adding that like extra train ride from Katie's house, I'm like, oh my God, there's nothing I can't do. There's nothing I can't do. Like I can take care of myself in any situation. As long as I have a phone with battery, I can do anything, I feel like. So then the rest of the Friday, we just hung out. Oh my God, went to bed early. I was so exhausted just from socializing so much the day before. And then Saturday, beautiful weather. Oh my God, like perfect Finnish July Saturday. We hopped on the boat and we did like an 1.5-hour boat ride to an island called Inu. I-N-I-U. I'll put the text here. That was like in the Swedish speaking area. So it's always interesting because it's like the Swedish words are above the Finnish words instead of vice versa like they are in my area. And it's crazy, like Swedish is so much closer to English than Finnish is. Like there was on the side of the store, right when you pull up into one of the harbors, it was like, the second word was kauppa, like store in Finnish. And above that, it was the Swedish word for store. And I immediately was like, oh, boutique. Boutique, like that looks and sounds like boutique, which we would say in English, even though it's a French word. And I'm like, damn, like I love my Finnish husband, I love Finland. But yeah, Swedish probably would have been a lot easier to learn. The island was really beautiful, quite full, lots of people. We had lunch there and I was so excited because I finally found a good chicken tender. I miss chicken tenders, like chicken tenders in a basket of fries. So classic American. And my husband makes fun of me. He's like, that's such a little kid meal. And it's like, yeah, it's nostalgic. People everywhere in the world eat things that are nostalgic. Like people in Finland eat things that remind them of their childhood too. But this chicken was legitimately really, really, really good. Worth the boat ride to get there. Had a long drink, walked around the island. There was this really cool old church. Yeah, and then we hopped back on the boat. We took a different route home. So like going home, it was like 2 hours and the water was much choppier. And I was just thinking, wow, if last year's Alex could see me now. Last year, I spent a lot of time on boats growing up. My grandparents had a boat, they had a lake house. But like lake water is nothing like ocean water. Like the bumps that are in the lake are nothing like here with the sea, but I'm just gonna call it the ocean. And last summer I was like white knuckling all the time and like so anxious on the boat, even though I love being on the boat. This summer, it's like bumpy as hell, and I'm like a long drink in one hand, I'm just like holding on the other. And my husband's like, are you okay? Are you all right? Like, I think that this is the worst that the waves are gonna be. And I'm like, I'm having a great time, actually. And it's nice because I feel a lot more helpful with the boat this year. Like, I'm much better at like tying the ropes this year whenever we dock places, and that also gives me like a sense of pride. Finally got a little tan from being out on the boat all day and being out in Helsinki all day. So I finally feel like myself again. It feels so good. And then we had my husband's niece and nephews had their combined birthday party at my mother-in-law's cottage. We were back on the boat yesterday. And one thing that's so fun about Finland, and I think this is just more of like a Nordic thing, because I think this is also like a Swedish thing originally, are the sandwich cakes. I had never heard of that in the States. And I feel like people in the States, we should get hip to it, because I think that those would do well in the US. But you know, like the layers of bread and sandwich filling, and then it's like decorated like a cake, and like the top has like greens and veggies, but in floral patterns. I just think that's so cute. But I will say there was just like a lot of cream involved yesterday, like coffee with cream, and then a really creamy cheesecake, which was so good. It was lime. Oh my God, I love a zesty cheesecake. And then there was the Marianne roll, which is like the chocolate and mint. I'm probably saying that really incorrectly. But that has a cream component. And then the sandwich cakes, there was a fish one and then a ham one. And those were like super creamy, like really thick. Like, what is it? Like a sour cream cheese mayo kind of frosting. And it was so hot, and we're sitting in the sun, and I'm like, oh my God, everything is so creamy. But it was a lovely day, and I love being out at the cottage. I love being out in the water so much. And then, yeah, my last week of summer vacation, there's some things that I have to do. There's some schoolwork, like some summer homework that I've been putting off, but I think everyone is putting it off. I don't think anyone was doing that early in the summer break. I have to do that. I have to figure out more of what I want to do with my parents when they get here, because they're coming in like 2 weeks now. I'm so excited to see them. I think they're gonna love Finland so much, and maybe I will convince them to buy a summer cottage here. And I want to see my friends again at least once or twice. And I was supposed to, oh my God, guys. Okay, so between you and me, I was supposed to do a kind of like a brand deal with a hotel in a certain place in Finland that I love and I have talked about before on my TikTok. Charming little town that I've mentioned multiple times. And I like reached out to them, and we were going back and forth. And this has been like in the works since April, that I was gonna go and film a couple of videos for them and stay at their hotel. And they ghosted me at the beginning of July, right when we were getting down to the logistics of like when I was gonna come and visit. And that was supposed to be my plan for the end of my summer vacation, was that like me and my husband were gonna go stay in this little town, do a little mini getaway, and then I would go back to school, and it'd be like, you know, like a good end to my summer vacation. And they ghosted me, and I was a little upset about it, honestly. Like, I was really looking forward to going, and I was excited, you know, that I was like making it happen. And then a bigger page on TikTok, and it's not like someone's personal account, it's like an entity in Finland. They did a video just recently about that little town, and I was like, oh, so they ghosted me and worked with them instead. Which is probably not what happened, but like I was a little sad about it. But now I'm trying to figure out something to do instead on this Friday, because we were supposed to have these plans and now we don't have them. But I don't know. I thought maybe we'd go to Porvoo, but I couldn't find like a decently priced hotel room or Airbnb there, just because like I just started looking. Like, this wasn't something I had planned in advance. And then I was like, oh, maybe we'd go to Estonia, because like the Airbnbs are a little bit cheaper there, and I've never been and I want to go. But I don't know. I was just in Helsinki, then we have to drive back to Helsinki to get on the ferry and do the whole thing. So I don't know. I'm a little disappointed that the end of my summer vacation is not what I thought it was going to be, but maybe I'll figure something else out this week to do instead. If you guys have suggestions let me know. Oh, we also thought about going up to Pori because they have that natural beach there, Uhtari Beach. So maybe we'll do that, but I'm not sure. Anyway, thanks for watching. I really enjoyed doing these like coffee chit chat, catch up sessions with you guys. And if you have any questions, if you have anything you want me to talk about, please let me know. I'm halfway to my subscriber goal that I made for myself at the beginning of 2025. I really want to get to 1,000 YouTube subscribers by the end of this year. So thank you guys for watching and following along. And yeah, have a great rest of your day.